So you're looking for more PlayStation 1 games.
I'm always looking for more PlayStation 1 games.
So today we put together a second list of games that you probably want in your collection, and we're going to go over what the price of getting into all those games are. So to start us off, we're going to start with Twisted Metal 2.
Not the first one?
No, we're not starting with the first one. The second one, most people like the second one the most. And
I did. That's the one I remember.
And pretty much in this, without going too deep, it's a car derby game. You're getting power-ups, you're blowing up other cars.
Yeah, it was like Mario Kart, but it was all about battle.
Yeah,
and
all about battle
for
mode.
adults.
Yeah. And it's not a cheap one. Most of the Twisted Metal games are more expensive, but to jump into this one, you're looking at spending probably around $60.
Yeah, that's more than I was expecting.
Yeah.
It's kind of the reality of a lot of the bangers of most games going up.
Yeah.
The next one's not as bad, but it's Final Fantasy 9. Now, I remember I didn't play Final Fantasy 8. I kind of went from 7 to 9. And actually, the first time I saw this was at a friend's house, and I was like, well, I know what Final Fantasy 7 looks like, and it looks great. And I was like, how did they make it look better than Final Fantasy 7? It was pretty impressive. So it's, again, a JRPG, like a massive sweeping story, and it follows a different character named Zidane. And it is just like, it's similar battle system to 7, but it uses just like, it's a little bit different. It just changes a little bit. If you enjoyed 7 and 8, you'll enjoy 9. 9 is like, some people, it's amazing. Like, it's really, really good. If you love it.
The easiest way to say it is there's a reason why they kept making more.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So,
and the price on that guy is probably close to around $35, which compared to other Final Fantasy games, that's a pretty good pricing.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's cheaper than I was expecting, actually.
Yeah. And from there, we picked Tony Hawk 2. And this game is multiplayer. You probably have memories of playing it, and if you don't, then it's time to start making those memories. You'll have a lot of fun on all the levels, the unlockables, all the different achievements you're trying to do in each of them. And you know what? Just even playing the multiplayer, playing with someone else, trying to see who gets the highest score, you'll have a good time. Yeah.
Hours and hours and hours. And the create a skater and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And we picked this one over number 1 just because it's got better tricks and better combos.
There's more stuff. Like, it had manualing and just, there was more tricks to do. There was more stuff to do. There was bigger levels. It was just more realized version of Tony Hawk, basically, right? So.
And that one's going to be about $25.
How come you haven't found me that yet?
That's a good question.
Like, that's a really good price. So moving on from there, we're moving on to Crash Team Racing.
And Ninja Racing.
Apparently, there's a he's gonna join us to help us with the review.
Yeah.
All right. So Crash Team Racing. So again, this was one I hadn't really heard about, and I went over to a friend's house, and a friend had bought it, and I was like, "What's this about?" They're like, "Oh, it's Crash in karts," and I'm like, "What, like Mario Kart?"
Yeah, exactly. You're just thinking it's a ripoff.
And I thought it was a ripoff, and I remember playing it till 3 a.m. that night.
Yeah.
Like, legit. That was with a friend of mine from school, and it was. Yeah, it was really, really, it was a lot of fun. There's nitros, there's the same kind of stuff as Mario Kart, but it's all Crash stuff, and there's just something about it.
Yeah, and
like,
you know what?
I don't know how to describe it.
I think every Nintendo fanboy kind of felt the same, just being like, oh, it's just a Mario Kart ripoff. And you know what? It kind of is, but it plays so well, and everybody has fun with it. So
yeah,
that's why it's on the list.
Kind of like Diddy Kong, right? Like,
yeah.
We've talked about that. Anyway, this is about PlayStation. So moving along from there, wait, no. How much is Crash Team Racing?
$20.
$20.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say no at that price. It's cheaper than the Mario Kart offerings, right? So, and it's not a bad game. So, moving on from there, we're going to talk about another banger, Tomb Raider. So, the original Tomb Raider on PlayStation. It's a puzzle platformer. Everybody knows Tomb Raider, right? And it was the first one was, I didn't play it a lot, but it was my personal favorite. Like, I had played a little bit of the other ones. Like, I played some of the newer ones as well. But I still remember the first one a little bit more fondly. Puzzle platformer. You got the twin 45s, you're killing kind of weird monsters, you're traveling through levels, like they're usually like underground and just all kinds of different environments and things like that. It gets pretty wacky. Like, I won't spoil anything.
Yeah,
The game gets pretty bizarre. So, again, that's a game that most people should have on their PlayStation. I should have it, but he hasn't found me yet.
Yeah, right.
So.
And one thing worth noting for all of these games, you're going to need a memory card to be able to save all of them. So just keep that in mind. If you're new to PlayStation, you definitely need to get a memory card as soon as you can. And thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe.
Wait.
It really helps us out.
I want them to subscribe, but what's Tomb Raider worth?
Oh, $35.
Did you hear that?
No.
Okay. Okay, now you're okay to subscribe.
Yeah, now-
'Cause now we have the whole scope of this video, right? So, like and subscribe.
And if you're more interested in, we have a budget video. So this is going to be a larger list with cheaper games. Then you can find that over here.
In front of Ninja? Yes, in front of Ninja.